This is at the almost the very top of my land. It goes up there a little bit further to the end of that tree line. But as you can see, there's the Isuzu. There's the road. Right up here on the top of the hill is the edge of my land. It goes down, and it's carved into the mountain here. Then the road goes around that way. The house, or the RV, will go about right there. And then if I go down, okay, so once again to locate you, there's the road going along. There's my driveway going along. The RV goes there. The road continues on up, and that's where the house will be, right up there on top of that. And this hill is huge, by the way. I mean, there's a lot of elevation on this land. Once again, there's the Isuzu right here. We have this big dugout area, which I think I can really easily put a roof over and turn this into like a pull-in garage that's sort of underground, because this is quite a big area in itself right here. And then right on the other side of that, there's another area, and this is where I want my regular, like, a garage to be with poles and a roof. Okay, for right now, this is where the RV is. I'm trying to get it. My electricity is way over there at that pole, so I have to run wire this far to here, but that's where the sewage and water is. And then just right up from that is kind of a pull-off where you could put a small house, but instead I want to put the house right here. If I remove that tree and that tree and maybe that tree, then I can carve back into this and build a subterranean house. And there's quite a bit of space there that I can carve in, and I don't think it's too rocky to dig. Directly opposite of that, out here, is all just like lightly wooded grasslands, and the driveway goes on down around to the dirt road right there. So all of this is just like not too steep, a nice spot to hang out or put animals on. Obviously there is some grass over there, which I'll probably just leave the weeds because I don't really care. It's more of this area where we'll actually do stuff in the trees that I'll clean up a little bit. So here's the little lagoon area. This is, of course, the water treatment for the land, and it's actually fairly big, so I'll probably just put lily pads on this and get it to clean up. And I thought about actually creating a windmill that'll pump air into it and recirculate the water, even make it cleaner. In between the pond and the road, there's this drainage ditch, and across the street is the farmers that were ripping around on their four-wheeler earlier, so they look like fun. Okay, so that's towards the dirt road. This is the highway going down this ditch. It's actually kind of cool because it's quite deep. See, the road's up above me right now. It's far enough into the ground that that's the case. Of course, this is a steep piece of land, so there has to be lots of drainage. So you end up with this big canyon, all made out of this shale, which is highly valuable stone for building stuff out of. And that's the reason this land was dug out, because the guy was mining and selling all of that. See how tall this is? I mean, that's how high I can reach. It's a really deep little ditch, washed all the way through here, which I thought would be super fun for like RC cars and stuff. And look at this, it's taller than I am. Keep on going, and it splits off. One side goes up that way, and one side goes up this way. Of course, there's tree branches and stuff, but that's no big deal. I like fires. Oh, I can climb. So there's the Isuzu, the road, the gate. The landlord was nice enough to give me this pile of dirt and those two piles of rocks, which I can use for building things. Place is humongous. So this is my gate. It says Mike Millworks on it. I don't know who that was, but we also have a little concrete pad here, which I don't know why this is here, but I may use it for something eventually. Made by Richard in 22. So the other part of the creek that I didn't go down comes all the way up here underneath the driveway. Of course, big steel fence that's not finished, but is good enough to keep vehicles out. And I'll probably add one to the other entrance on the other side of the place, way over there. Now, right here, we have some just drainage ditch, a great big culvert, so that should never get clogged. That's really nice. And then the drag strip of a road I have right here. It goes for miles. Look at that. It's perfect. And then down that way is like sharp, windy mountain roads where I actually flipped the Mitsubishi. Yeah, flipped my Mitsubishi like half a mile down this road. So that's kind of ironic. Another pile of rocks here that I can use to build things. I'll probably just use it for reinforcing the ditches and stuff. Geez, that truck looks so tiny. For temporarily, I'll probably bring my RV and put it right here. That way it's where, you know, close to the pole, and I can run my AC and refrigerator and stuff. Because it's going to cost a bit of money to get that turned on, a lot of money to get the power run to over there, a little bit of money to get the plumbing all sorted. But yeah, this is where it all starts.